Right, okay, welcome back to another video on the channel. At the start of the week, Chelsea confirmed Jorrel Hato as a Chelsea player, officially from Ajax. So today I'm just going to do a video on the deal, what he's like as a player, how he's got here. Basically just a rundown review and what I think of the signing. So let's get into it. So the transfer fee is expected to be £35.5 million with around £3 million add-ons. I mean, loads of sources said differently, but Sky Sports reported as 35.5 with add-ons. Ajax confirmed it as a total sum of £38.5 million. So that is the wide regarded expected fee. It's to be confirmed, but there are some sources saying there is a sell-on clause. So yeah, it's not really been. There's no concrete evidence to say there is. No one's actually came out and said there definitely is. There's quite a few sources reporting it, so there's a good chance there's Ajax got some type of sell-on clause on him. What makes sense, as we'll go into the video about, you'll see how good a player is. It's a 7-year contract until 2032, so as we have been doing, pretty long contracts for another young player. It's a continuation of our business model, is what we expect, and they confirmed today that he will wear the number 21 as well. So yeah, I mean, the actual business side of it, it's all pretty expected. It's what we've been doing really. Pick up a young player, give him a big contract, mid-range money. He was a wanted player, Arsenal had very concrete interest in him. There was rumours of Liverpool once upon a time as well having some interest in him. So, he was a very, he was a sought after player. We'll go into what Ajax's technical director said about him later. He was a very popular player, so it's a big name to bring into the club in that sort of sense. So if we go into who is he, he's a 19-year-old from Rotterdam in South Holland in the Netherlands. He started his footballing career at Sparta Rotterdam's academy. It's one of Netherlands' oldest clubs. He joined them in 2013 at just the age of 7. So from a very, very young age. He was there until 2018, where he made the trip across Holland to Ajax at the age of 12 years old. And I mean, Ajax is where obviously we've just signed him from. So he's been there ever since 12, up until 19, 7 years. And I mean, the kid's done an incredible amount in 7 years. But we'll go through his 17-year run. His 7-year run. It's unbelievable what he's got on his resume from Ajax. So he joined him in 2018. He's captain their under-19s team. At the same time, he made his debut for Ajax, second team, in 2022. In 2023, he then made his professional debut for the Ajax main team against Den Bosch in a cup. A month after making his first team debut, he scored his first ever goal for the Ajax second team. He also became the third youngest scorer in Ajax history with that goal. And then for the rest of the 2022-2023 season, he sort of just switched between Ajax's first team and Ajax's second team. Overall, he played 28 professional games. I mean, an unbelievable breakout year. And his breakout year playing 28 professional games while captaining the under-19 side, playing like the under-19 Youth Cup, stuff like that. Absolutely unbelievable breakout year. I mean, to play 28 professional games in your breakout year, unbelievable stuff. And I mean, his performances were awarded as he got Ajax's Best Academy Player award at the end of the year. But 2023-2024, I mean, he just went on and on and on. He became, 17 years old, by the way, 17 years old in 2023-2024, and then became an absolute stalwart for Ajax. In November, he was named their vice-captain. Across the whole season, he played 46 games for him, 36 at centre-back, 10 at left-back. He captained them for the first time in a Europa League game against AEK Athens. That made him their youngest captain in a European game in their history. He was given a new contract at the end of the year because of how good he was. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Say, at the age of 17, playing 46 games, all for the Ajax main team, he became an absolute stalwart at the age of 17. I mean, being named vice-captain, I mean, we saw he captained their under-19s. He's very clearly a natural born leader here. And, that is I think our leadership got better as the season went on. I think that was pretty clear. It was something at the start of the season Maresca marked as an issue. Something very clearly got better, but we've added another natural leader. A young leader as well, a young player, but a natural leader nevertheless into the side. And so, I mean, last season, a new manager comes in. You never know with young players when a new manager comes in. It very easily could just completely flip on its head, completely change. But no, he just continued to shine. 50 games last season for Ajax. This time, he played the majority as a left back. 46 games at left back. So once again, new manager got forced into another role, but he just shone at it. 46 games at left back. He got the Eredivisie Talent of the Year. So just continued to be an absolute stalwart for Ajax at the back. And also, I mean, not to forget his international achievements. You know, he captained the Dutch under-16s in 2022. He's played for the Dutch national team 6 times since 2023. I mean, it's an unbelievable record. We look at his stats for Ajax, you know, Ajax's main team. He's played 111 games, 102 of those he started. And if you really care, he's got 4 goals and 9 assists. But that is just 111 games at 19. At 19, he's played 111 games for Ajax's main team, making 102 starts. That is immense. That is incredible. When I said he's a stalwart, I mean he's a stalwart. Absolutely unbelievable stats. Ajax's technical director, Alex Kroes, on his departure, made a few, you know, put out a few paragraphs just thanking him. You know, he said it was a difficult one, having to let him go. He said he would have preferred to keep him for at least another year. He also described him as a player as a pillar of the defence and a very good character. So clearly, I mean, he's highly thought of at Ajax, and you can see why. I mean, those stats are just unbelievable. I mean, I just find that astonishing. 111 games at 19. I just find that absolutely astonishing. I mean, you look constantly throughout his time in the youth leagues, he's playing a year or two up. And some of that time he's captaining them as well. I think that's just unbelievable. So how does Hato play? So we established that he swaps between left back and centre back quite a lot. Actual attributes wise, he's a very strong passer. His passing long balls are really impressive, and he does get involved a lot in the games. He had absolutely loads of touches last year, so his passing is unbelievable. Very, very involved in the games he plays. He becomes a very key figure. His tackling and dual stats, you know, they're decent. His blocks and interceptions are better, and you know, still sort of just the decent area. You know, he seems solid. A massive thing for me, what was, you know, looked outstanding, was his aerial ability. I mean, he's 182 centimeters and 5'11". So you know, he's not small, but he's not, you know, he's not tall necessarily, is he? But he's ridiculously strong in the air. I mean, he's really strong aerial ability. That's probably one of his better attributes. You're saying it's, you know, really impressive for his height. That's definitely up there with his passing ability for, you know, his strongest attributes. You know, he hasn't, his slight weaknesses, you could say, with crossing and dribbling, but they're not many. That's not like, you know, for a player at 19, for those to really be your only clear sort of downsides, if you can even call them that, it's not a massive thing. For someone who plays centre back and left back, that's not a major issue. So, I mean, he's still going to do a lot of progressing. I'm hoping, you know, if you put him around a lot of the players we've got, you know, there's a lot he can do. And so he's very versatile. That's what I think everyone says about him. He's very versatile, you see. I mean, look at the amount of times he's played centre back and left back, but also the roles he does when he does play there. At left back, he plays inverted quite a lot. Really useful, and that explains why, you know, he's so involved with his touches and his passing. He's said to be a good threat from deep on long balls. Explains that. And obviously, not to forget, he's clearly a very good leader. So, you know, attributes wise, he's relatively impressive, especially for his age. Versatility wise, brilliant. And you actually look what he's done at Ajax. You know, you look at his resume. He's got a superb resume for a 19-year-old. So what do I think of the transfer? I mean, I think it's hard to hate. It's hard to hate. So we're getting a lot more versatility in the back, what we needed. I think we needed that times last year. You know, we needed a proper backup for Cucurella, didn't we? And it looks like we've got that to a T. We've got a player who can, you know, be a backup for Cucurella and play the exact role he does. Obviously, in the end, Renato Vega didn't want to do it. So we've got someone who wants to be there, wants to do it. Absolutely perfect. He can also play centre back, and with the worrying news coming out about Levi Cole today about what seems like quite a serious injury, and that could be really helpful as well. His ability to play centre back very comfortably. So straight away, just with the sad news about Carl Will, it's already looked like a lot more of a major signing. I mean, I don't see a way where you can knock this transfer. I don't see a way you can knock this transfer. I say everything about him. So this is a really, really important move. I'm really happy to see it. Now, the rest of the he's going to need time to adapt. That's pretty obvious. Being a 19-year-old coming from the Dutch league to England, so it's what you expect. But say there's a lot of hype around him. There's a reason why you haven't really seen anyone criticise him at all. It's been all hype, what is unusual. So yeah, really happy to move. Really looking forward to seeing him. Thanks for watching. See ya.